Hey folks, welcome to the channel. As you can see, I was able to find a shed. It's been raining a couple days. If you hadn't seen the live stream, it was testing out Streamlabs in another video. In that video, talked about transducer issues. The total scan transducer bit to dust. Had a little boy break it off, and we're going to be putting on the 3-in-1 active transducer this afternoon. Probably going to be short and sweet. I'm not going to do a lot of me working. I'm just going to kind of abbreviate. Going to be more abbreviated and go through, just talk about different steps. First thing I've done is I got a light so I can see, and because there's no lights in this shed. But I've also gone through and unhooked the total scan out of the back of the Simrad Go unit. So we'll go from there and get started. All right, I'll pan back just a little bit. There's Mr. Dangle down there, the total scan transducer. I got a couple of screws. I already gone ahead and popped the screw cover off of this transducer. The new one, this is going to be a stainless bracket, so I'm hoping the spacing on the screws is going to work. That's going to be wishful thinking, but fingers crossed. But first thing I'm going to do is I pop the hatch cover. Look, this is in a bulkhead, so I know it's screwed. These are small enough, I know those are screwed, so I'm going to go get an impact screw gun and back those out. And also this clamshell cover, I'm going to unscrew that out and try to get some of the 5200 off. I'm hoping these nylon clamps don't break, but if they do, I just have to get some new, just something else to replace. All right, so these little nylon clips come in focus. They didn't break. I got to get an extension to get that off, so I'm not going to try those to strip them out. I did notice, see if I can get this thing to focus in. I was a little bit saddened by the caulking of this through-hole fitting. There's a hole there, and there's some hole there on the backside of the wire, and I felt like I was having a leak somewhere, getting water in the bilge on some offshore trips. And that's a dealer cost item. I don't put that on CFOX at all, but we can get some extra sealant in that, and that'll help that there. So maybe it'll rectify that problem. All right, and there's our transducer loose. As you can see right there, there's the screw pockets that broke off there. That's one of the reasons why we're replacing. Now, there's 3 screws on here, and I pulled 2 side ones off, got ready to try to put a little extra oomph to it. Did not see the third, and realized real quickly there was a 3rd screw on there. So with that, just had to make sure there are 3 screws on that. Alrighty, it's starting to get dark, so my quality may be a little grainy. I had to go through and unclip all my cords, wound up wires to get the sonar wire free. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a string, tie it on the back side of that coupling right there, and then put some vinyl electrician's tape on it to pull a string back with me when I pull this cord out. And there's the old transducer out. All right, now we're going to unbox. Here's the transducer. Here's the brackets. Looks like there is a 3-hole bracket there that may fit. And there's the bracket's going to fit, hardware. And it looks like instructions in there. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. All right, now we're going to thread the cable back through reverse. We thread it through the hole in the transom, and then we're going to tie it on to our string that is over there. And I'm going to get my son to help me pull it back up to the console. All right, the transducer came with this foam packaging around it, and so while the foam packaging's around it, what I went ahead and did is slid the base plate underneath the rubber bands that came with it, and I'm going to go ahead and tighten the little bolts that tighten the base plate to the transducer. And then I'm going to kind of loosely fit everything up and then go through and screw everything in. And I'm going to use 5200 as my sealant to seal up these holes. Also wanted to point out that I just hand tighten these screws onto this base plate for now. I'm not going to torque them down really until we get everything mounted just right in place. All right, there it is, mounted up. I got some 5200 on those screws back there. I'm trying to pull all my cable up. I went ahead and put this cable clamp on there. I'm gonna put another one right here, and then try to draw all my slack up under the console. All right, moving on. As I said, it's getting dark, so trying to get the lighting just right. We got everything pulled tight. I went ahead and plugged in the unit. I hadn't turned it on. We got everything outside the on the exterior hull, all right. So what we're going to do now is put that little stainless clamshell cover over the hole. And what I'm going to do is put a piece of duct tape on the back side to give something for the 5200 sealant. And you could use just regular marine grade sealant, but I want something that's going to kind of grab a hold of whatever it can to basically seal this thing up. And I'm going to put a piece of duct tape on the back of it, so when I put the clamp on there, hopefully there's going to be enough strength in that duct tape that it'll sandwich out the 5200, so it'll seal off this hole where I won't have any leaks coming in like I probably did when they put the first transducer on. So that's what we're going to do next. All right, there is the clamshell hole cover, and as you can see, if I can get down below that hose, I gooped up the 5200 pretty good. Focus in better, so we won't have to worry about that passing any water through. So the only thing left to do on this project is to tie up my cables in the console, and I guess y'all don't really need to see that. Y'all seen cables tied up or could probably imagine what it is. So with that, if you don't mind, hit the like, subscribe button, hit that bell notification so when we take this thing out to try how it works, you can follow along in that next video. So with that, have a good evening, and we'll catch you next time.